Welcome back, Toastmasters and guests, to the prepared speech session of our meeting. But before we proceed to that, we have the timers report in the chat. Everyone did well on the timer report, and I would like to launch a quick poll for us to vote for the best table topic speaker. Take 1 minute, just select the person you like the best, or whose presentation you believe was great. And
yeah, don't vote for me. I don't like to be voted. So please don't vote for me. Please vote for others.
Very generous of you. Huh?
No, yeah. I don't want to be included in the poll. It's not,
all right, guys, that minute has ended, and we have a winner who will be announced at the end of the meeting.
And what's the award?
The award will be a virtual certificate.
Okay.
Guys, we have 3 manual presentations for us, 3 prepared presentations this evening. The first is by our very own Kanan Sankara. He lives in the States, and his ambition is to be able to speak impromptu with good grammar. Today, his presentation is enhancing club quality. It's an 18 to 22 minute presentation. He will be timed at 15 minutes, 16 minutes, and 18 minutes. And once again, his presentation is enhancing club quality, Kanan Sankara, enhancing club quality.
thank you. I may need to record. Yeah, I am able to share. No problem. Okay. Fellow Toastmasters and guests. Suppose we want to join a Toastmaster. Today, actually, Amit was talking how he found our club. Okay. I want to share this situation in the sense, whenever we want to join a Toastmaster club, what do? We go and check what are the Toastmaster club that are available, and then we are going to attend as a guest. Amit did the same thing. Other people also did the same thing. Everybody is doing the same thing to check whether that club is suitable for us, whether that club welcomes us, that club is good for reaching our objectives. That's how the guests are attending our meeting. So what do we do as a Singapore dynamic Toastmaster club? We need to make sure that our club meets the quality club standard. Our club is considered one of the best quality club so that it can attract more and more guests. And then those guests, after attending a couple of sessions, can become our members. So the first thing to become a quality of the club, how do you think your club has reached the quality level? That's what I'm going to share today. When a guest comes today, actually our club president, Edward, asked every guest to introduce themselves. Hey, what made you to attend here? How did you know us? First of all, think of a scenario. When some guest is coming to our house, what do? We welcome them. We ask them to sit. Do you want to have a tea or coffee? We ask them. We make them to feel comfortable, that as though they are in their house, right? The same way, the same exact way, when some guests come to our club, our club, what we need to do is to make sure that we need to make sure that they are treated very well and they are treated warmly and they are made sure that they are comfortable. That is very, very important. That is the thing that we need to make sure that the guests are treated and guests are involved. In many clubs, what we do is we encourage the guests to participate in the table topics. We are not forcing them. We are not forcing them to participate, but we ask them, hey, are you interested in trying to speak for 2 minutes? Most of the guests says, yes, I want to try it out. So we give them the opportunity to be part of us. So that the club, the people feel, okay, I like this club, because the club is saying that, okay, the club is feeling that they want to be, they are considering as part of us. First point is the guests are treated. Second, group effort. We all need to be part of the same team. Nobody is feeling superior. Nobody is feeling inferior. Nobody is left out. I know that there are experienced Toastmasters. Patricia Lam is the president citation. She received president citation. President has said she's one of the best Toastmasters, right? So we get that experience. We understand, oh, she's a very experienced Toastmaster. Let us share experience and we all can learn from her. But still everybody can be part of the same team. Understand? That is very important. Third, mentors. Let us say when a guest joins Toastmaster, you cannot leave them alone. Hey, you are a member now. Okay, do everything on your own. You can't do that, right? We need to make sure there is a mentorship program available in the club. There are experienced Toastmasters like Patricia, like Edward, like Kannan. So when a guest joins as a member, we need to assign a mentor who can walk through the prospective member. I'm calling as a prospective member. The guest turned into the prospective member, can understand how that person can traverse in the speaking path or the leadership path. The new person, the guest also can be interested in taking an officer role. They may want to explore how the leadership experience also there, right? So we are there. The mentor is there to provide their help. So the mentorship program is one of the very important program for a club to be successful and to be having a quality. Then understanding members. Each member may have a different goal. Kannan may say, as I mentioned to you, Kannan want to speak impromptu without any preparation. I want to see whether when I make impromptu speaking, whether I still make grammar mistakes. Yes, English is not a first language for me, it is a second language. I make mistakes when I am not prepared, when I am just speaking off the cuff, and somebody is guiding me. Kannan, this is where you are making mistakes. So those sort of things, for me, that is a goal. Shayan may say, hey, I want to be a BP education. I want to see how I can do that. So understanding each role is very important. Another one important thing for any club to be successful is to have the agenda ready. Many clubs fail in this area. Not one, many clubs fail in this area. What we do, we just do at the last minute. I'm not blaming a particular club, but because we asked the player, we asked the Toastmasters to take the role, everybody think, okay, we can think on the time at 10:20, when the meeting is starting at 10:30, we can take a role at 10:25, whatever role is there, we can pick the role. That is not the way a good club will be there. If we have 20 members, let us say, each person will take the role well in advance and make sure that they are ready. If you are an evaluator, work with the speaker and understand this, what he wants to achieve, and be ready to evaluate. If you are a speaker, work on the project, read the Pathways project, read and then understand the project and then deliver the project. Not just like that, do that, okay? That is very important. Agendas needs to be shared multiple times, at least 2 days in advance. That's what I tell my clubs. You have to share it 2 days in advance, and then you have to share it in 1 day in advance, and on the club, on the guest. We need to do that. We need to make sure all the roles are filled. There is no problem. Let us say today we had only 6 members attended. Even though we have more members, we have 6 attended. Some people may take multiple role. It is okay, because we are waiting for the members to join. We are addressing to have more members. So when the roles are filled, it may be multiple roles, but we need to make sure that all the important roles are filled. When I say important, evaluators, speakers, table topic masters, Toastmasters, general evaluator, etc. You don't need a joke master. It is an optional role, because some clubs have a joke master to make the meeting start with the light humor, etc. But that is not a very important role. It is good role. Some clubs will have inspirational speaker who gives the inspiration when we start the club. That is okay. So, but all the important roles are filled. Another one thing is the club must be easily found. Okay, this may not be applicable for online. Yes, it is going to be applicable online in 2 ways. Because if it is an in-person club, this has happened in my real life. The club, I am going to share a story. You know that Kannan always share a story. I was an area director. I went for a club visit. John Hopkins University Toastmaster Club. So I thought, okay, I'm going for an area visit. You know that area director goes to the club and fill the airport. It says it is in this building. I am going round and round. I am not able to figure where is the club. They told me, hey, everybody knows where the club is. It was on a Sunday. I am going there. Every door is locked. But I am making rounds. Nobody was there to guide me. Is there a good way? Because guests will come and they will leave because they cannot find the club. A club should be easily found. There should be a place, Toastmaster meeting, arrows. If it's an in-person meeting, you put a Toastmaster meeting is happening here. Put an arrow from the main road up to your place at various parts so that guests can identify where is the club. If it is an online meeting, if you put Singapore Dynamic Club and instead of putting Singapore SIN, put CIN in your website, how the people can find? This is not mine. The president of the Toastmasters said most of the club, not most, I would say some of the clubs have spelling mistakes in their website. When you have a website, you need to have a spell check at least, right? Website is very important. Website should have the right time in the UTC, in the time zone where the club is there. For example, Singapore time, if you go to the website, you should say Singapore dynamic clubs meet UTC this time. Singapore time is at 9:30 Singapore time, so that other people can convert from the UTC what is their time zone, right? That is very important. And the website should not have any mistakes. Website should be easily accessible. Website should have the recording of all the things, etc. Another thing is the club should be able to invite the guest, accept the guest as it is, or invite even guest speakers periodically and make sure everybody listen to them. See, in one of my home club, what we do is we bring other clubs other speakers like Patricia, experienced speaker, experienced district leader. Can you come and talk about something? So the club is listening to Patricia for the first time, and she can share her leadership experience, and this club can understand where she is coming from, different perspective, right? Instead of having the same speaker talking again and again, the guest speaker can throw a different perspective. Another thing, everybody, whether it is Kannan or Edward or Patricia, they all want to be recognized. They all want to be recognized of their achievement, right? Edward is rebuilding the club. Edward is rebuilding the club. He is putting a lot of work that needs to be rewarded, that needs to be accomplished. Kannan Shankara completed a level 1 of presentation mastery. Shehan has completed level 2, right? Those needs to be accomplished. Those accomplishments needs to be recognized in the club. So what we do is, at least every month, first month, take 2 minutes to put a presentation slide and recognize that previous month who have all completed level 1, who all have completed level 2. That way people know, oh, I am being recognized. That is good. So that motivate others to do the same way, and it motivates the member who has been recognized. Oh, they recognized my achievement. I need to do more for the club. You know, it is the motivation is happening in multiple ways. So when you recognize the accomplishment, others get motivated to do the same thing. The members wanted to do more. So those are the accomplishments must be done. So these are the some of the thing. I'm not covering everything. So that will make the club as a quality club. Another thing, if you see that, how will you see how will you recognize your quality club? If you see everybody is saying, this is a great club, I know our president is taking care of everything. Our president is working with everyone to work that. We support each other. We help each other. Our timer is helping, our Shehan is helping another member. If somebody is having some issues, Kannan is helping. Those sort of supportive environment makes the club a quality club. Another thing, how you are retaining a member. If a member joins this club, how long that member is there in that club. If you see my history, membership history, if I join a club, I normally don't leave the club. I am there forever. I have been there in some of the clubs for 4 years, 5 years. Some of the clubs, I'm there permanently. You know what I mean? Once you join, you don't want to come out because the club is giving everything for you. So you said that you feel, I belong to the club. I may have one home club, but I belong to the club. That sense of belonging, if you give that, then you will be there the club will be there forever. Because the members will not leave. If everybody feels, oh, this club takes care of my needs. If that club is able to accommodate to everybody's needs, they will not leave, right? They will be there. They will be building the club. They will be helping other members. This club is there. They will be started mentoring. After some time, maybe after 2 to 3 years, they will become a mentor for some other people. They become a senior member and they will be mentoring other members. That's how they do, right? So our club can be successful like that. If there are weaknesses, for example, I want to be very honest. There was a weakness in Singapore Dynamic Clubs. All the leaders met together. We tried to address the weaknesses. And then we want to do the corrective action. Like we brought Edward here. Edward is doing an awesome job here. So that is how, if there is a weakness, I'm not saying every club will not have a weakness, but the members need to be willing to address those weaknesses, right? That is what we are doing. That's all I'm saying. These are the things. Our club will be one of the quality club. Make sure your website is perfect. make sure your club is accessible from outside. When you put Singapore with SINGA, correct spelling, people are able to reach the website. People are able to understand what time you are meet. People are welcome. Guests are welcome. I have a supportive system. I have mentors. I understand. I know what is the agenda. I know what is the role I am filling. And I feel that I am invited. I am accepted as part of them, even though I have weaknesses. Some of the people have stammering, the stammering, you know that, right? That also, you cannot say that he's not a good speaker. He's trying to overcome that. So those are the things we need to help them. We need to make sure their accomplishments are recognized. Those things will make a quality club. Let us all work together. Let us all make together and make Singapore Dynamic Clubs a quality club again. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Kanan. Those were some excellent points that can help us grow as we rebuild Singapore Dynamic Speakers. Yes, I can assure you that we will have the agenda ready next week. That's one of the tips I got from your presentation. We will have the agenda ready next week before the meeting starts. Yes, our team today is about habits, good habits, bad habits. We don't often realize we have bad habits because no one ever takes time to point out, hey, Shayan, I don't like you slapping me on my shoulder every time you see me. People don't normally say that. They simply smile and say hi. But we must take time to reflect on ourselves and find out what we can do to grow, how we can make ourselves better. And Kanan's presentation tonight gave us excellent points as to how we can not only grow our club, but ourselves. We must put first things first. In his presentation, he pointed out that we greet guests warmly in the beginning and make them feel welcome, just as though we are inviting someone into our homes. Put first things first. We must find out what is of value to this guest and how we can help them accomplish it. That's creating a win-win scenario. It's a win for the guests, they get to improve, and it's a win for us as our club gets to grow. Those were some great points in Kanan's presentation about habits that we all need to incorporate, not only here in our club, but in our personal lives to make us better. If we want to improve, we must develop good habits. We have a second manual presentation this evening, and that's from Patricia. Patricia is an avid speaker. We know she loves to be organized, and we always look forward to have her speaking. Patricia, you ready, or
Yes.
you still need?
Yeah,
Awesome.
but before I begin, I want to let you all know that I am not in my home. I'm in a public place, so I have to keep my voice low and maybe not so dramatic. So please accept that. Thank you. I'd like to share my screen. Uh-oh. How do I do it?
The bottom it has.
Can I allow Zoom to share my screen?
Yes, yes. You should.
Because this is the first time I am. How do I do it? Oh, this is a new computer and I'm having problems.
At the bottom, it should have a task.
I share. I press share.
And a dialogue window should come up.
No, it didn't. I put share screen and oh, it doesn't allow me to. I think there's something that I didn't do on okay. What am I going to do now? I share screen. It doesn't allow me to open anything.
It doesn't?
No, it doesn't allow me to open anything.
Oh my.
Okay.
When I click,
Yeah, it doesn't allow me to do anything. Portion of screen, what is that? No, it doesn't. I think because it's a new computer and I'm not used to this feature, maybe I'll just have to speak. It doesn't work that way. Location.
yes, normally when you click on share screen, a dialog window comes up.
Yeah, yeah, I used to do that, but I do not know why today I am unable to do it. Okay. Oh dear, what do I do? I'll speak. Let me try one more time and then otherwise I will have to speak without the PowerPoint, right?
Yeah, if you can do it without the PowerPoint, that won't be a problem.
Yeah, but all right, I think I have to speak without because I don't want to hold your back. Sorry about that. I will have to speak without the PowerPoint, which I have prepared. Like I say, I'm very organized. I prepare my PowerPoint, but unfortunately, I do not know how to work with this new computer. I shall start. Good morning or good evening, the president, company president, and senior management. The past 2 years have seen our business deteriorated like 10%. Now, not only because this is due to the direct disruption of the COVID-19 crisis, but a big part was due to lack of motivation and knowledge on our new programs. Earlier, you heard Kanan spoke about mentoring program. We mentor our Toastmasters club, which is very important to have a quality club. Mentoring program is important. I think it is also very important to mentor our staff. So therefore, today I am proposing to the senior management a mentoring program for our sales staff. So what is a mentor? The task of a mentor shares experience, knowledge, and advice with a less experienced person to help that person to develop and grow. But they do not provide absolute answers. They stimulate critical thoughts. Then what do we require from the mentor? The mentor requirements, at least minimum 5 years experience as a mentor in sales and marketing, minimum a degree in mentoring program, and have achieved a sales of over USD 50 million in revenue per annum in the past 5 years. Then the system we are talking about here, that we are proposing here, is to appoint a chief mentor with his team. He comes with his team. The chief mentor will assign mentor to mentees, and the mentees are our staff. Check back with mentor and mentee after every 2 months to see if the achievement is being achieved. Now, we also need to match mentor and mentees based on these items. First, we have to match their educational background, their experience, their culture, age, their gender, and others like personality, characters, or outlook in life. Now, educational background is very important. We cannot match, say, a professor with somebody who just came in from doing sales with just a very minimum background. There will be a gap in understanding each other. The experience, if we have a mentor that's very experienced, they will have difficulty working with somebody who has totally no experience because their understanding is different. And then we talk about culture different. The culture would be if this person is coming from a background where where everybody works together, but then the mentor comes and feel that you have to work individual. You have to be able to produce result as an individual rather than as a team. And then the age, of course, is important, and gender. It's very difficult for us to match, say, a single young lady of maybe 23 with somebody who's maybe over 50, because then the understanding of the generation gap is a bit too far to understand each other. What can we do when we have matched the mentor and mentee? What are the assignments? The mentor will have to work with the mentee on their goals. They will have to brainstorm on market trends and development. And they have to help with the understanding of using IT and innovation measures to support sales. And to help the mentee to achieve a minimum of USD 30 million revenue for the next 12 months. And that is per trainer. So the timeline would be to complete the program in 6 months and with an extension of another 6 months. That would be the program timeline. The starting time we propose would be 1st January 2022, and the end time would be 30th June 2022. Now, what about the cost? I'm sure the senior management will want to know what is the cost for such a program. We will be paying the chief mentor USD 350,000 for the whole program. And we need 6 mentors for our 12 sales members. And each month, we will be paying them 30,000. And that will be 30,000 times 6 mentors for 6 months. That equals to USD $1,080,000. And the total cost would be $2,430,000 USD for the whole program. Now, then you're saying that is a lot of money, but the return would be if every trainee comes back with 30 million USD per annum, then for 12 trainee, we will get 360 million per annum. So you're seeing we are spending over $1 million for the return of 360 USD million per annum. And this is, of course, not going to be for a year. This is going to be like, if the program is successful, and I'm sure it is going to be successful, then it is going to be 360 million every year onwards, going onwards. And then our sales revenue will be in target with our company. This is a very, how should I say, aggressive program that we are proposing, and we would like to have the management approval by the end of this month, which will be 30th October, so that we can work on it. And I will leave it up for you if there's any question, please. Top management. Is there any question on the proposal? Well, if not, we will then end now, and for us to, you can always send in your question to us, and then we will look into it. Thank you for your time, and I hope this proposal will work for the company. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Patricia. That was a very interesting proposal. I was thinking about the figure and the rewards, and yeah, I'm intrigued. Excellent job, Patricia. Excellent job. Our third presentation this evening will be by none other than yours truly. I will be attempting to redo a presentation I did last week with the incorporating the points that was given to me by my evaluator, Patricia, last week. The title of my presentation is Not Done Yet. Not Done Yet is the title of my presentation. If at first you don't succeed, try again. If at first you don't succeed, what must you do? Keep on trying until you do. Toastmasters and guests, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. When I started my career, I was young, brash, arrogant, confident. I was on top of the world. I started out as an accounting clerk at Belize Telecommunication Limited. In those days, you had 6 months probation before you were confirmed to staff. I was confirmed to staff within 3 months. And within 6 months, I learned every desk in my department until I became a go-to staff for my manager. Whenever she needed something done, whenever she needed something accomplished, she came to me. But I wasn't contented. I wasn't done as yet. I wanted to be a supervisor in that department. I wanted to be an assistant manager or even the manager of the department. I kept improving myself. I went for my ACT, that's Accounting Certified Technician. With that on my resume, along with my bachelor's in business administration, I was sure to get promoted. When I got my certification, I went to my manager and presented her with my certification. She pointed out to me that several of my colleagues had that very same certification. Therefore, she could not promote me as yet. I needed more experience. Oh, I assured you, I wasn't done yet. I did not give up. I kept working towards my ACCA. I wanted to be a CPA. I wanted to be the head of this department. So I kept working. And as I was in the inventory and budget department, dealing with the budget liaison with all the managers, I came to realize that the IT department had the largest budget. Now here I am in accounting, counting the figures, doing all these financial reports, and these guys in IT who, in my view, sat around and drank coffee all day, had a larger budget. I went and I asked for a transfer to that department. I wanted to be where the money was. But the head of that department, Raphael Marin, told me that I am a good accountant and that they love having me in the accounting department. There is no opening in the IT department, so he cannot transfer me to his department. And besides, I had no qualifications in IT. Well, I didn't give up. I started to take IT courses. I started to prepare myself to go into the IT department. And with each certification, I went back to Raf. Here's my certification in computer repair. Here's my certification in computer programming. And each time he turned me away. We have people in this department who are more qualified than that, who have better certificates than that. Do you have a Microsoft certification to administer servers? No, not as yet. But I'm not done yet, Raf. I'll be back. That was my go-to. I never gave up. I kept getting certified. And I kept going back to Raphael to ensure him that I am bent on getting into the IT department. Eventually, several of the other companies in Belize started to recruit IT professionals from BTL. The Central Bank of Belize started to recruit IT professionals from BTL. Belize Electricity Limited started to recruit IT professionals from BTL. So there were openings in the IT department. I went to the IT manager, Raf, and said, I know you have opening. Give me a shot. He looked at me and said, very well, I'll give you a chance. My first day in the IT department, I thought I had made it. Then I realized, no, I hadn't. I was awarded the CRM program to manage. My first assignment, to build a screen for the customer care department. And none of the guys in IT looked at me as one of their own. So none of them assisted me. I had to figure it on my own, which I did, much to their surprise. And after accomplishing that, they welcomed me into the department. Raf looked at me and said, all right, I will now give you the share registry. Now the share registry is a list of all the shareholders of BTL, how much shares they have, how much, and I am responsible with the financial information to calculate how much dividends they should get. That was my make or break project to be in the IT department. Raf didn't believe I could get it done. So he had another programmer do the same task. Just in case I fail, he had a backup plan. But I wasn't done yet. Much to his surprise, I completed that project. And when my calculations were checked and verified, yes, all the dividends were calculated correctly. Raf looked at me with a smirk on his face and finally welcomed me to the IT department. I didn't give up, nor did I consider it that I was done, because I knew more challenges would come. And I knew that I must simply keep getting better to take on the new challenges. So Toastmasters and guests, I assured you, I am not done yet. Well, Toastmasters and guests, we are at the end of the prepared speech portion of our meeting this evening. We will take a 5-minute break. We will return with the evaluations.